Yes, I can.
All right. So thank you so much for joining this live today. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to the second episode of Accountability Spotlight. And in this week edition, our spotlight for Miss Peace we're about to have today about herself, but she has proven to be someone who is an achiever. She has been hitting on her goals, like showing up every single day. And that's one thing that is actually a struggle for a lot of persons. So today she will tell us how she has been doing it. But before we go into to you, yeah, can you please tell us about yourself? Maybe one or two things you want us to know.
Okay, I don't really have much in my piece. Um, yeah, I'm 19. I'm a new web front end developer. I just started coding recently, and I also joined the Achievers Club. I saw that thing and I was like, oh, this thing is actually nice for me to, every day you come here, you submit your goals and come back to tick whether you've done it or not. Instead of you writing it all over again. Since I noticed that I'm always with my phone and writing it down, I'm always forgetting. But whenever I'm with my phone, whenever the message pops up on my phone, I'm like, oh, it's time for me to go and, you know, tick my goal for the day and stuff like that. So that was how I was. It was not easy being consistent, but I tried. I just had to try.
Right. Thank you so much for that brief introduction. So yes, you said you are into web development. Can you just maybe share one or two things into for maybe those persons who may be interested, seeing a lady doing that. That particular feed looks like what is a guys thing. So maybe you can tell us what has been your drive or what brought you into it and how it is that anybody can go for it, even a lady. So yeah.
Okay, so I heard about it from a friend, and then I didn't have a system to code. I didn't have a system to code. I was always watching them. They go to the other side of the website, it's showing a very different thing. Like I was now intrigued that, oh, let me try and learn what these people are doing. So that was why I okay. I started. It's very easy. A whole lot of people um debug, and it's it's hard and it's simple. I don't really know what to say because I'm also just learning, and the little I've learned, I'm really impressed and praying to God to continue helping me and give me the strength to finish off.
All right, thank you so much. That's beautiful. Yeah, God will strengthen you. And yeah, you make millions. You make a lot of money from it. You learn it well. Well done.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah, because when you were saying that, and I remember how I think like it's not up to 10 years now though, but around like 8 years ago, I said to I don't know what I was different. I think I just said like, oh, let me see what it's like. It was really, really a lot, and I know I just did a little, and then I didn't continue with it. Imagine you're seeing English, then you're going behind and you're seeing a language that you don't understand. So it was really a lot. But well done, and yeah, we wish you the best on this journey. All right, so going over
Thank
to the
you.
reason why we are here. Yes. So you're going to tell us what the past 7 days was like showing up, like you had goals. What was your major drive to show up every single day? Yeah, and what was it like when at the end of the day you knew that okay, you showed up in the morning to drop your goals, and in the evening you're like, okay, I'm hitting on 70%, 80%, or whatever percentage you hit on, but at least focusing on one major task. What has it been like? And yeah, you can just say one or two things that you want to talk about it.
Okay, so I decided that instead of me just because in the past I would just say I'm going to code, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Listing so many goals that I could not achieve in a day. And at the end of the day, I get tired and I'm like, tomorrow we go again. Tomorrow will come. I would not still do it. And then I figured out that if I should not pick a particular one, I would accomplish that one and every other thing will follow. So, and I said, okay, which of them is more important? Let me focus on the most important one that would, help me grow, not the ones that I'll just be saying here and there. So I decided that, okay, no, I'm going to coding because coding will help academically, financially. So I was like, okay, it's either I code or nothing. Is it that if I code for that day, I will clap for myself, even if it's 2 hours. But looking at it, you'll be like, "Ah, is it only coding?" But deep down, I feel even if it's a button I try to create, at least write just one line of a code. I feel fulfilled than not doing anything at all for that day. So being consistent, it has not been easy. Being consistent has not been easy, but showing up and proving telling yourself that there's nobody coming out to help you. If you don't do it, nobody will do it for you. If you don't tell yourself, it's not every time motivation will come. It's not every time you will come online. You see people that are writing code, code, code. You will go and sit down in front of your system. You will get tired. But at the end, I code with my phone because when my at a point, I wanted to get disappointed, like fed up because my system went bad. And then I saw one girl on Twitter that said she code with her phone. And then I told myself, do you want to make excuses because you don't have a system? No, 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 no. That was how I went online and I saw thread edit and I tapped on that app. I They just asked for 500 naira for a month too. And assuming I was just saying because my system is not good, I'm not going to code. I will just sit down there and be lazy and I'm not going to do anything with my life. With 500 naira, I'll buy cheese butter and everything and be eating. Let me just sacrifice this 500 naira for today and pay at least it to cover for a month, and then I'll code with what I want to do with what code with my phone. And God has been there because everything is all glory to God. He has been showing up for me because I'm not the one showing up for myself. Because so there are sometimes another thing will come and take your mind away. But that ability to always go back when it comes to your mind that, oh, you've not done these things, and I say, oh, I have to do it, is very, 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 very important.
Wow, like I really love the things you be saying, and just imagine, like, where do I start? Okay, let me start with the fact that you said that there's nobody that's going to come to save you, and that's really, really true. It's very profound. So I love that mindset, and yeah, you may have said it out of thinking of what to say, but I just want you to keep it. It should be something that will keep you going. No, but definitely, you may think, oh, your parents will be fast. You grow older, you realize that everybody is just after their business, but they are ready to support you. And one of the ways you've gotten support now is imagine that app that even decided that, oh, as little as 500 naira for a month. And that's like something that you could just buy a bottle of drink and that's all. But imagine investing it, and definitely it's going to pay off
That's
for you.
serious.
Congratulations. Well done. Well done. And I really love the fact that you've acknowledged God, that He has been the one helping you, strengthening you to show up every day, even while you are doing this for yourself. I love the fact that even as a child of God, like as a Christian, you've known that okay, the scripture says we should acknowledge God in all our ways and He will direct our path. But you are still putting in the effort. You know, a lot of times Christians are the ones that have been seen to become mediocre because they will assume that oh God is for them, and then they will sit down and do nothing. Imagine expecting that God will come and pay the 500 naira. But well done, please. Well done. Your consistency out of the 7 days, you showed up for the 7 days, and A lot of persons were closed. We had some persons showed up for 6 days. But so that one day that you showed up still not minding was one of the reasons why you were on the spotlight today. So I want you to quickly give someone who is struggling to, okay, this kind of, joining the platform to say, okay, we have 93 days a few days ago, today is day 12, and we're like, oh, we have 93 days from the day we started to the end of the year. And some of them are like, how do I just focus on one task? Their mind is always like, oh, we have a lot of things to do. But we decided on the platform that it's just one major task we are focusing on. So how would you encourage somebody that is having a struggle to focus on one thing, to ensure that, okay, they utilize the community or this platform or this opportunity to make sure that they focus on one thing and get it done? And also, you can tell us how you feel that by the end of this year, where do you think you are going? Do you think you are going to be? So it's two in one question already. Thank you.
Okay. I was very good, and that you before you know you don't know when you finally get to that place. So I'll just tell anyone up just one line, even if it's one line, right? James Clear will say in that Atomic Habits, little little steps.
Please, can you still hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you still hear me? Hmm. All right. Okay. So I can get the comment of other persons that they can hear me, but I don't know. Maybe the network of our guests is poor. I don't really know. But let's just hold on a little for her. Yeah, you can see that she has been saying a lot of things that is truly, truly, truly remarkable. Like she's such a wise person. So yeah, she's back. Yeah, she's back. All right. Please, you can have the floor. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
All right.
can.
Please, you can go on. Yeah.
Mm, good. Notwithstanding how tired I
All right. So one of the things that she has said that I want every one of us to focus on is that instead of looking at the long-term outcome, focus on the process. For example, currently we are having our 93 days challenge, and this is the first time that I'm deciding that I'm going to count the days and I'm going to show up with you guys. Like, we're going to do something, we're going to say something, we're going to write along with you for the journey. So one of the things that she has said has been the thing is that we are looking at the process, we're looking at the fact that we want to show up every day. We don't know what to be the result. I don't know if at the end of this 93 days, if I'm going to get a gig. No, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm not saying, oh, at the end of the 93 days, yes, it's good to be strategic, but just knowing that you want to help people to be able to stay consistent, to be able to keep moving, to be able to show up daily for themselves, right? That is focusing on the process. So there's a power of one thing. Imagine I was doing, maybe I have so many other things I could have decided to do, right? But I'm deciding that I'm going to show up with every one of you for the next 93 days, like by writing also, by putting you on a platform where you just have to focus on just one major task. And at the end of the year, you should have, it could change. It could be that for the first 30 days, this is what you are focusing on. Another 30 days, and then the last 30 days. And then before the 93 days, you are like, my goodness, I've done a lot. So I just want to use this opportunity also to invite others. If you want to be a part of the community, all we are doing is the power of the focus on one major task per day. And like she said, whether she's tired, regardless, she just shows up. Even if it's just 2 hours, it's a minute, even if it was the keyboard or anything she was able to do, but she showed up regardless. So this is my invitation to you. I hope you had a very, very amazing time. I really wish that the network wasn't disturbing. She had so much to show to us, but however, I will urge us to hold on briefly. Let's see if she can join us again, and we'll call it a wrap for this week's show. So you can be a part. You can send me a DM or comment on this live show as an achiever, so you can be a part of. It's for free. It's for free. You just join other persons in the School of Achievers community and show up every single day for one major task. Yes, so it may look or sound difficult. It may look like, oh, I'm not really being focused on, but I'm seeing you. I'm watching every single person. All right, so she's back. Yes, yes, yes. All right, welcome back. Thank God. So yes, yes.
Yeah, my network
Yeah.
is
All
very
right.
bad. Okay.
Yeah, I understand. So, yeah, would appreciate you continue, please. Okay, somebody is asking you a question from the comment section, and I think the question
Okay.
is, what is the biggest goal you have ever achieved? That is quite vulnerable, but if you don't mind, you could answer. Wow.
I'm 19. No, it's a very good question. I'm 19. I've not really achieved anything superb or something very big but yes, I can say that this, should I say, coming into the tech world now, I should be able to achieve a whole lot. I should be able to achieve a whole lot. But for now, none.
I don't think it's no, no. It may even be a childhood experience, but maybe at this stage you can say so far, maybe this is the biggest thing you've achieved for your age. Do you know that being spotlighted maybe at a 19 could be something like big? So I want you to think. We'll give you a minute. Just think and tell us. It may be winning a competition in your secondary school, in your primary school, anything. So I can't agree that there is none, because this person wants to know, maybe not because of your age, but because of how well you've been speaking. So I think one thing that I've told myself I'm going to try to be telling young persons about is how so much they sideline the little things they do. And I will not allow you to do that on this live. So just think as I'm talking now. It could be very little, but we want to hear you say
Okay,
something. Okay. Yeah.
let me try.
All right, no problem. So yes, because the truth is that there's always something that you've won that probably may not look like what you've ever envisaged, but you've got something already, and it's something to be grateful for. It's something, I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday evening, and I was like, "You did not post anything about your birthday. Like the person's birthday was almost 2 weeks ago, and we're having a conversation, and she was like, oh, she didn't find any reason. And by the time I was done talking to her, and she was like, oh, she was sorry, yeah, but she now realized that she would have done like maybe shared something and let, except maybe it was from a place of instruction where you're like, oh, don't show up or don't talk about what you are doing or this particular height you have attained. The Holy Spirit actually don't talk about it. But if otherwise, why not share your little win, celebrate it? Being a tech girly at 19, you don't know if at the end of this life somebody's going to be like, okay, this young lady learning how to code and says she doesn't have a PC. Let's give her one PC. But just saying, and at the end of the day, you are like, oh, at 20, I was already making money in US dollars. So please share with us. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you still hear me? Oh, I think the network is really bad. Hello? Oh my God. All right. Okay, yes, you're back. Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Please hear
Yes.
me. Um, Anything
All
that
right. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so I want you to leave with us as we call it a wrap on this show. What is one thing that you would want to give to our audience that is listening that would help them to show up for themselves regardless, knowing that nobody's going to save them? Just give us your final word to them. Yeah.
please can you say that fix you?
Okay, so I was asking that as we give it a wrap, like this is the last question. Can you tell the audience, like those listening currently, like doing the live show, those who are going to come to watch later, to tell them how to show up daily for themselves or consistently for themselves, knowing very well that nobody is going to come to save them. How probably they've had goals, but they feel like because from what you shared already, you did not allow the fact that oh there is no this or that to prevent you from showing up or starting your career as a tech girly at this age, but you're deciding to push. How would you tell that person that whether the person is still very young or of age and the person is still like, how do I really show up for myself? Because it's really, really difficult. So or your last words to them to keep going, yeah, on consistency and showing up for themselves.
That's a very nice question. I believe he or she or anybody should know what he or she drives, what drives them. I can't really, the only thing I can say is there's nobody out there that's coming to save you. No uncle. Even if they promise you heaven and earth, they may give it to you, oh, but there's no fulfillment that you've ever done anything with your life. I promise you. I've I'm 19. I've I've really seen a lot in life. Not like as if I've suffered though, but from what I've heard from people and see from older people, they keep making one statement that makes me scared every day, which is, I wish I did this when I was young. I don't want to repeat that statement. I don't want to be in a situation whereby I will tell my younger ones, I wish I did this when I was young. Anything I can do right now, I will do it. And it must be a very, very honest thing to do, not something that I will end up doing and then I will live my life in regret. There are things that some people say, that there are some people that live their life in regret. There are some that are grateful for the life. I want to be part of those people that lived
Yeah.
a grateful life. I wish that for everybody too. So it is, I believe everybody should have what drives he or she. So make it your early morning, like your, should I say, when you wake up in the morning, the most important thing you that very moment should be what should be going through your mind, nothing else. Yes, you may have problems. Everybody has problems. Even the rich has
Of
problems.
course.
But how you manage your problems matters. How you make what is important matters. Like you just, like now I code, and I started it for fun initially. I started it for fun. And coming into the tech world, and I realized that this is a very big deal. That it's not something that you just joke with. It is something that everything to learn what they want to do. That should I say is a very big deal in the tech world.
All right.
I believe join a community like the Achievers Club, yeah. Sincerely speaking, not because I am an achiever, but because I believe people will hold you accountable. You will hold, like, if you have somebody that holds you accountable, goes a very long way. Okay. Let me cite an example. I have a friend who tells me all these junks that you're always taking will not help you. That eat normal food, like work on yourself, work on your tummy, because I'm adding tummy fat, and then he'll be like, this thing doesn't help. If I don't have a friend that can hold me accountable, I'll keep on doing it and keep on destroying myself. But if I hold you accountable, not something I'm paying for, but it's something that will always come on up on my.
Yeah.
And do that thing that you put on that before you go and tick it. Don't tell lies. If you are telling lies, you're not helping yourself. If you don't go there that day and do not tick it, that should happen that way. There are days where it is going to be percent, but the ability to go back, everybody should know what.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you. Because I'm talking to you. If it's that you've always been other people to you, it's not going to be easy. But you just have to do it for yourself and yourself alone. Put you into. So you just have to start now. Start now. Join the Achievers Club. I would advise you to join the Achievers Club. Come there and, sincerely speaking, jokes apart, you will come there
Thank
and tick
you.
your book. Some just come. Me, I like being truthful to myself. If I go there and I tick, oh, I've let me just go and show that myself I've ticked my box. And I'm not doing it. It's me that is suffering. People will see me and start hyping me that you're a very consistent person. So even if it's 2% that I do that day, I'm grateful that I did 2%. If you some people say you're lazy, it's not about you. You can say anything you want to say. That percent, I'm satisfied with it. As long
Okay.
as 100%, it's not it's sincerely speaking, I don't believe everybody can come in a day and be 100%. It's not going to happen. So come with your 1%, come with your 5%, just show up. Just there are so many things that I can't really know
Yeah.
how to
Sure.
say, but I just know
Okay.
that
So
just
we asked. Yes. All right. Thank you very much. So somebody now asked on the live stream. I'm seeing a comment. The person is asking, what is the word that you tell yourself when you are down? Like what drives you? I think it's maybe two in one question. What is the word you tell yourself when you are down, and then what drives you?
what I tell myself is there's nobody coming to save you. Just get up from that bed and go and do that thing.
Okay.
And what drives me is seeing, like, imagine myself when I finally beat this particular thing I'm going for, like coding right now. And when I finally see myself as a senior developer, and I'll feel, yeah, it's time for me to go. There's nobody that's going to come and save me. Nobody's going to put that code inside my head. Like
Yeah.
it's seeing the you may be tired, but just remember that this thing self, because that thought will come into your mind. It will definitely come into your mind that this thing I'm doing, is it worth it? But when you look at the outcome, it is nobody cannot save you in that time when it will be needed. So just show up for yourself just because of you, not because of any other.
Thank you so so much. Like it has been a very beautiful section with you. Thank you for this past 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for showing up first for yourself and then deciding to come tell other
yeah,
persons. Of course, somebody says some say the journey of 1,000 miles begin with a step. Yes, yes. So thank you so much, Achieva. Peace, Ogochukwu. Yeah, we hope to have you some other time again. Well,
yes,
I personally celebrate you and I'm you the very best in this career. And I pray that
amen,
even as you desire to become a senior tech girly in the coding field, I pray that God will grant your desire and all the
amen.
best. Well done. Keep pushing. Yeah, congratulations to everybody
Thank
who
you very much.
joined, who are saying despite the network issue. Thank you so much. If maybe you joined in between, please feel free to drop to comment to ask your question for and yeah to get across. Yeah, thank you so much. And yes, you can go from the beginning. You can go and watch from the beginning later on. We'll drop the live video here to be kept here. So thank you so much, everybody, and have a very beautiful evening. So guys, thank you once again. I'm truly grateful. You're such a darling. Thank you very much. Yes, yes, yes.
Being able to
Of course. Please add
accomplish.
this to maybe one of your biggest goals for now.
Like
It
it's
may not be the biggest
really
per se, but at least it's something. Thank you so much. Yeah,
nice.
well done, well done, well done.
Exactly.
Rooting for you. All right, bye, Shiva.
Thank you.
Have a blessed evening. Bye.
Bye.